This is the Raising Carter Podcast, and I'm your host, Ramon Weatherall Sr. in the Raising Carter Podcast, a podcast dedicated to fathers with sons. Fathers with sons that want to be more of an integral part of their lives and want to do good at the most important job that they could ever have. That's being a father. But I got a question for you, dads. Are you buying your sons for Christmas? If you participate in Christmas, what are you getting them for Christmas? And I'm specifically talking about if you have a son between the ages of 7 and 16, what are you getting them? Are you tired of buying things by the 26th of December? Those things can be marked trash. Those things you already know you shouldn't have bought that. I was almost going to say a cuss word, but I didn't. You already know you wasted your money on that item, or somebody, a relative or a friend wasted their money on that item. And are you against and tired of people buying your son toy guns and other weapons that honestly they don't need? They don't need that. Do not buy my son a toy gun of any kind, okay? Don't do it. I'm asking you, please don't do it. But I got some suggestions, some ideas if you haven't already went out and bought and, spent the bank. Here's some ideas for some stuff, or if you got some stuff that's still on the list, or, some holes left in your list, your boys got you. I got you. I got some ideas for you. Number one, Legos. And I'm not talking about the Legos like we used to have. They got the new improved stuff nowadays. They got the Legos, the Star Wars Millennium Falcon, and they've got the Marvel Avengers Legos. So if your son is into doing stuff, building stuff, but it's also things that he can relate to, Legos might be that Lego set, that Star Wars or that Marvel set might be a good idea. It might be a good idea. What else? What else can we do? Now, I know this is not going to be some great tip, but obviously from 7 to 16, video game console. Of course, you got the PlayStation, you got the Xbox. But I've been told by a certain 7-year-old that the Nintendo Switch is a hot item, a very hot item, fathers. And specifically, or not to get the light, the Nintendo Switch Lite. Don't waste your money on that. They want the Nintendo Switch, the big boy. Don't think, oh man, this one's a little cheaper. I can get this one. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're gonna do it, go all the way. If you're gonna do it, go all the way and get the big boy. Don't waste your money on the light because they don't want it. You can ask. Just ask and see what they say. But I've been told by my 7-year-old, I don't want that. And it's nothing worse than spending your hard-earned money and then they open it and they complaining about what they got. So like I said, of course you got the PlayStations, you got the Xbox, but the Nintendo Switch is hot. It's hotter than fish grease right now with these kids. So that's an option. Also, I mean, you got board games if you know, something like that. My son's really not into board games. Books, you know, they might be into books. That could be another thing. I mean, I mean, what dad wouldn't mind buying their kids some books? So, you know, you could run it past them, see if that's something they might be interested in. Movie and TV merch is another thing, but better than that, YouTube merch from their favorite YouTuber, the merch that their favorite YouTuber is selling. So if you allow them to watch some type of, you know, a YouTuber influencer, depending on what channel it is, and they got merch, that's an exclusive gift. You're just not gonna get that anywhere. That's gonna take some doing. That takes some, you know, that takes some dad brain work, some super dad brain work. So that could get you some brownie points right there, Daz. That could get you some brownie points. So think about that one. Action figures, the gift that keeps on giving. To me, this is the number one, depending on their age. They're a little bit older, teenagers. I'm saying video game console, tennis shoes. Those are going, of course, those are going to be high on the list. But we're talking about kid that's 7, 8, 9. Action figures, the Marvel, DC, Fortnite, and one that can reign supreme. If your son is into WWE, those WWE action figures. I'm looking for a Cody Rhodes action figure. Where can I get a Cody Rhodes action figure? If you know where I can get a Cody Rhodes action figure for a reasonable amount, leave it in the comments. But the WWE action figures is an awesome gift. The gift that keeps on giving, because they're going to use those things all year round. So those are some of my suggestions on things you can do, Dad, for your son if he's from the ages between 7 and 16. Like I said, if he's a little older, then he's really going to be into the video games. He's going to be into the tennis shoes and clothes and things like that. But if he's a little younger, the merch from the YouTube, from his favorite YouTube channels is a great gift that you just can't get anywhere. And the WWE action figures, and hotter than fish grease right now is the Nintendo Switch. If you didn't know, now you know. So that is this episode of the Raising Carter Podcast. I'm your host, Ramon Weatherall Sr. I'm here for you, dads, helping you out in every way possible that I can, because that's what this channel is for. Fathers who want to do the best at the most important job they got, that's being a dad. And if you like this type of content, if it brought you value, tell other people about it. Subscribe to this channel, because that's what we do it for. We only can grow if you help us grow. So if I brought you any value on this one, subscribe to this channel.